Auntie, when you're coming? When? Because it's bringing something into the community.
A titan, a powerful figure who stands out for greatness of achievement. Meet the giants in the Titans' journey in the Ministry of Sport and Community Development's Community Sport Titan Series, a component of the SHAPE program. Introducing Sport Titan Nikeisha Felix Lewis from La Fillette Village, Blanchisseuse, sports ambassador, community activist, and entrepreneur.
My name is Nikeisha Felix Lewis. I live Figaro Trace, La Fillette Village, Blanchisseuse. I have been in community work and sporting program for the past 25 years. I came from a very humble beginning, plenty hungry days. And I remember that every Saturday, I used to live in St. Joseph at that time, and every Saturday they would have all the children in the community would just come together that Saturday evening, and we would run a race. And my father used to sit on the step. That's the one time our father used to be involved in anything that we were doing, and he would sit on the step and say, "Win, yeah, win! I want you to win!" And we used to run against the boys, and I think I was the only girl, at that time, running with the boys and them. And I used to beat them. So I did always like sports. So that was just that's where the love started with sports. And then I guess maybe having my father looking on at us doing something was like, you had to just win because daddy looking. Because daddy really never involved in anything because you're poor. They had to go out and work hard. They don't have time. And from there, I did primary school netball. I was introduced to netball in primary school. And that was, wow, this real nice boy, I like this sport. And I started to train with a club under a coach named Miss Veronica Nichols. She had a club called Carib Senators. I was about 11, 12, going into Port of Spain and playing netball, and Ms. Vero just bring out the best in it. So I started to love netball. And then, financially, they couldn't afford, so I had to stop. Playing netball for me was like forgetting all your troubles, just forgetting everything, was just being free. The one space, the place you could just express yourself. So netball did that for me, and at the age of 15, my parents moved us from St. Joseph to Blanchisseuse. But based on the amount of netball I started to play and learning the game and understanding the game, I went into the community of La Fillette and started to coach netball for myself. So I started to get like all the young ladies, but there was nothing happening in the community. When you go into a rural community, there's not much taking place. So I found that an avenue to bring something to the community. So I started coaching netball and working with young ladies in the community. So I was, encouraged to start an NGO, which I did start an NGO called the North Coast Sports Academy. Through that NGO, we started to get a little funding to do little programs. So something that has been like successful and make you feel proud is when we started through the NGO. We started our very own primary school football and cricket tournament, and we've been doing that for the past 4 years. This should be the 5th year. Well, we don't know what's going to happen in terms of COVID, but we have been doing sports and bringing to life the young people in those communities. So we have schools like Brasso-Seco, we have Blanchisseuse Primary, we have La Fillette RC, we have Las Cuevas Government. These 4 schools excitedly children waiting. Auntie, when you're coming? When? Because it's bringing something into the community. Things that I feel very proud about is actually having a netball team and carrying this netball team into Port of Spain Netball League and coming first. That's like, hey, we do it, thumbs up. Taking the first football team, youth football team. They never had a youth football team going into the Queen's Park, Savannah. We didn't really place, but getting them out there, carrying them, was like great accomplishment. I felt really proud. When you could take a player, not knowing nothing. Can't catch a ball. And then you stand up and you watch them. And you say, hey, you could coach, girl. You have some skills. Because these players playing at a level where some of these players could make national team. You know, so that has been real. That has been proud moments for me. That has been good moments. Real challenges is big. Coming from a rural community, there's certain cultural habits that you have to deal with. And especially plenty coaches that I have spoken to, because we are so committed and passionate, we sometimes are not working, because at that time I was a stay-at-home mom. And you have children playing sports with you, doing things, and you can't help them. They're coming out and they're training hard, and you know when they go back home, they have nothing to eat. They don't have tugs. They don't have sneakers. They don't have money. When you say, hey, let's go here, they can't afford it. That is some great challenges that we have faced in the North Coast, working with parents who just cannot afford, because the first mean of support to the children would be for food, education, sports, like the back line. Like just fun they have, and they're not seeing it as a area where the children could move on to higher levels. They don't look at it like that. Sports is just like academics. It's just like it's necessary for some children. It is major for some children because they have no other outlet. They may not be academically inclined, but they have a gift. And when people can't buy into that and they just see sports as like just sports with no respect, these children just fall away. And every day of my life I see that. Every day of my life. One of the things that the Blanchisseuse Secondary School, I had worked closely with the Blanchisseuse Secondary School with netball, coaching the netball team for many years. And they did give me an award recognizing my coaching skills and my work. It's more than just coaching, it's becoming a mother and a parent to these children, it's being somebody that these children could look to, and they recognize me for that. They did give me an award recognizing me for hard work and dedication in the community.
The Community Sport Titan series is brought to you by the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. Remember to like, follow and share the Titans Journey on social media.